was wrong. I was wrong about this. Well, I was kind of wrong about this. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why, and why maybe the swing stick on the Square launch monitor isn't quite as stupid as I thought it was. So to back up real quick, a couple weeks ago, I gave my detailed review of the $699 Square launch monitor, which by all accounts is a fantastic product for its price. It is not perfect, despite what some of the YouTube comments might have said. I try to do fair reviews, and I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons. But regardless of any of my critiques, at $699, it is an excellent value. One of the things I questioned in that video was the inclusion of this, the swing stick. Essentially, what it allows you to do is play simulated golf or practice on your virtual range without having to hit an actual ball or use an actual club. My critique of it was that it just wasn't very realistic. It worked, it does what it says it's going to do, but the feeling of hitting a ball doesn't really feel like you're hitting a ball. Swinging, I felt like I had to change my swing to kind of compensate for things. I just didn't necessarily think it was actually a legitimate practice tool. And to be clear, I'm still not sure that it's a legitimate practice tool, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have value, and in some cases, potentially, a lot of value. You see, when I was initially reviewing this and initially thinking about the swing stick, I'm thinking of it from the lens of a legitimate launch monitor practice tool. But what's cool about this device and the inclusion of this is it doesn't necessarily have to be the ultimate practice tool. It could just be a fun game and a way to play golf when you can't actually go play golf. Similar to the way that if you're playing Golf Plus on a Meta Quest headset, it's a great experience. It is a virtual golf experience. And while there are elements, especially because of the virtual reality, it can feel like you're actually kind of on a golf course, the swing, all the motions, it's still kind of a video game. If you look at the swing stick through the lens of a fun video game, then all of a sudden it's actually like, whoa, this is pretty cool. This is kind of fun. So as an example, I'm here in my office where I've only got 8.5-foot ceilings, which is really not enough to do a proper simulator. But I got a TV right over there. I can hook up the Square to that, and I can still play golf, which is kind of cool. One of the comments I saw on my last video was another person who set up a simulator in his garage, but some of his friends aren't very good golfers. And it's like, you know what? If you can't actually hit a golf ball, I don't trust you to do that in my garage. It's the swing stick for you. So it is a way that you can allow beginner golfers to still play with you and have fun, even if they are not actually very good at hitting a real golf ball. So it can kind of be a gateway drug into the world of golf and into the world of simulator golf for those that are just getting started. I like the fact that when you're playing, it gives you options. So if you want one person to use this and another person to use an actual club, you can do that. If you want everybody to just putt with this, you can do that. If you want one person to use this all the time and then another person to use their main clubs for everything except for putting, in which they would use this, you can do it. So it gives you some of those customization options that are pretty cool. I also like the fact that this does still include club path data. So if all you're trying to do, for instance, is say, get rid of your over-the-top movement in your swing, you're trying to go more inside to outside, then this is a device that might actually allow you to do that. Yes, the experience of making a full swing and actually trying to hit your virtual golf ball doesn't totally feel realistic, but if you're just working on elements of your swing, then this is something that could still come in handy. All that to say that it still would have been nice to maybe see this $50 or even $75 cheaper and then make this an add-on for people that want it. Although, to be fair, if that were the case, I probably would not have bought this, and now that I do have it, I legitimately do see a use for it. And even if that use case is just taking these two things on your cabin vacation with your friends and playing some virtual golf with your virtual club. That's one element that makes the Square more versatile than a lot of other launch monitors out there, as long as you are accepting it for what it is and kind of looking at it as a game, as opposed to something that you're really going to do die-hard practice with. So all that to say, I'm willing to admit when I was slightly wrong. There's a lot of value in this that I was not giving it credit for, as long as you kind of consider it a video game as opposed to a really die-hard practice tool. My name is Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Breaking 80, where we talk about cool golf products and cool golf courses. If you got some value out of this, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment if you have any questions or thoughts on all of this. If you're still not sure which golf launch monitor is right for you, go take our 30-second quiz. Answer a few questions about what you're looking for. I'm gonna give you my best recommendation on the device that is the best fit for you. With that, I hope you have an excellent day, and we'll see you on the next video. And be sure, if you wanna see my full review, my thoughts, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything on the Square launch monitor, go watch this video right here. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. Peace.